And here is yet another example of the things you find when you just drive down the road. Today we have a thing called Spring Place Mission.
The first school among the Cherokees, this mission continued until 1833 and added much to their remarkable advancement. Here were taught many leaders of the Cherokee Nation. One was Elias Boudinot, later editor of the Cherokee Phoenix. The work begun here was not abandoned with the forced removal of the Cherokees, but was transferred to New Spring Place in Oklahoma. Charles Hicks became the primary supporter of Spring Place after the death of James Vann in 1809. On Good Friday, April 16, 1813, he was baptized in a barn here at the mission site and was given the baptismal name Renatus, which means renewed. From his baptism forward, Chief Hicks helped to promote Christianity in his nation while continuing his busy political career. Oh, he's buried here.
Charles R. Hicks was one of the most influential Cherokee leaders of the early 19th century. Born in 1767 at Tomathi in the Hiawassee River, he's the son of a white trader named Nathan Hicks and a Cherokee woman of the Wolf clan named Nancy Broom. Hicks began his political career in the 1790s as an interpreter for the elder chiefs, including his grandfather, Chief Broom. Young Charles rose quickly in the Cherokee political ranks and soon began to promote the idea of merging the Cherokees' traditional lifestyle with more Europeanized existence. As part of this process, on October 6, 1800, Chief Hicks and his friend Chief James Vann encouraged the council at Oostanala to allow a group of Moravian missionaries to build the first mission and school in the Cherokees Nation. In 1801, this mission named Spring Place was built on these acres. Charles Renatus Hicks, Captain Morgan's Regiment, War of 1812, December 23rd, 1767 to January 20th, 1827, Cherokee Indians. Spring Place, Moravian Cemetery, God's Acre, sacred to the memory of those who rest here. Wati, Rosie's infant, Margaret Peggy Van Crutchfield, Anna Rosina Gambold, Chief Charles R. Hicks, Mrs. Nicholson, Christian Jacob, Minerva Van, Robert Howell, and several unknown graves. The Moravian mission to the Cherokee Indians was erected near this spot on the Tellico Trail, 1801 to 1931, erected by the Governor John Millage chapter, assisted by the Georgia Society, Daughters of the American Revolution. Spring Place Moravian Mission and School. Spider. The day at Spring Place began with all students up and dressed and kneeling in prayer. After breakfast, school was in session until lunch. The students spent the hours until late afternoon helping with various tasks around the mission. Some time allowed for play. There was another session of school before supper, followed by songs and prayer in the evening. Here's how it was laid out. So something over here that Stacey just pointed out to me because I did not see it. Early 1800s lane. Wow, so this must be like part of the original lane. I mean, I guess this is actually original. How cool is that? They don't normally preserve an actual section of road. Let's have a look down here real quick. Like there's a house over there. You never know how much of this stuff is like a museum and how much of it is people's actual property. I'm guessing that's property. There's an old plow down there, or harrow, but I don't want to trespass. But over here is God's Acre. So, after paying a little closer attention, once again pointed out by Stacey, so the cemetery is here. This is the 1800s lane. So the mission itself was actually over here behind it, which you can see in this wayside board illustration here, which I'm hopefully putting up on the screen right now. But the mission was right over there on the other side of the lane. So this was the lane, and the mission that I'm showing right now, the artist's conception, was right over there. I love being able to visualize history. It's amazing. We're gonna have a look at God's Acre now. God's Acre, Spring Place Mission Cemetery. Surrounding you are the graves of these 9 people, as well as those of several unknown individuals. Cherokee student Donnie Wati passed on September 27, 1812. Missionary Anna Rosina Gambold passed on February 19, 1821. Rose's infant passed on October 15, 1816. Cherokee Principal Chief Charles R. Hicks passed on January 20th, 1827. Miss Nicholson, passed on December 7th, 1829. Margaret Peggy Van Crutchfield, passed on October 18th, 1820. Christian Jacob, passed on December 8th, 1829. Minerva Van, passed on May 3rd, 1833. Robert Howell, passed on January 31st, 1834. Names on a wayside board. At one time, they were very familiar names to people, to those around them. What do you think of this place, Stacey?
It's really neat. So apparently there's this mission here and it got closed by the federal government and then later on donated back.
In Oklahoma.
No.
Oh.
This spot
Oh, I see.
was taken over by the federal government. They tore up the gravestones. Didn't you wonder why there were no gravestones there?
I kind of did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, they dug up all the gravestones and they made it, and they tore down the peach orchard and everything and all the buildings and made it agriculture. And then archaeologists found the burial site in like 2000, and I guess the 2 acres that you look at now were donated to the state of Georgia.
Wow. Stacey catches all the things I miss.
It's all on this board, including a map.
Which I film. You see, when you're filming, sometimes you don't really pay as close attention as you should to what you're filming, but Stacey does.
So it was a peach and apple orchard at this missionary school, but one of the students died, and they started a cemetery.
Wow.
So that's this part. That's the orchard part. Became the little cemetery in there.
Yeah. So this was the orchard. The mission was over there, and the lane went down between them. It's amazing how much history is just in this one little spot.
Yeah, it is.
How many things do you pass along the road, historical markers, that's just looks like just a sign by the road, but if you look at it and you look around, it really unfolds pages and pages of history. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this little page of history, and I guess we're going to get back on the road and get back down the road. See you there.